Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and thank you for tuning in to Canal Algérie Nightly News. On to the headlines. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, receives congratulation messages from his U.S. and Indonesian counterparts, respectively Joe Biden and Joko Widodo. The President of the Republic kicks off the distribution operation of more than 250,000 housing units across the national territory. The President of the Republic inaugurates the Douira Stadium, a sporting gem destined to Mouloudia of Algiers. And Algiers is living to the rhythm of Algiers Cup final 2 days before the big game between Mouloudia of Algiers and CR Belouizdad. Welcome back. We kick off with tonight's major story, where the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received a congratulation message from the U.S. President Joe Biden on the occasion of the 62nd anniversary of independence, which reads, "On behalf of the people of the United States, I convey to you the warmest congratulations and to the Algerian people on the 22nd and the 62nd anniversary. The close partnership between Algeria and the United States is stronger than ever in many fields. We are coordinating our efforts to reach a ceasefire in Gaza Strip and to put an end to the clashes in Sudan and to improve the security situation and convergence in the governance in the Sahel region. Our trade and economic relations keep evolving, while the leading regional role that Algeria plays is extremely important in settling urgent issues in the world. I will make sure to consolidate relations between the two countries economically and the two peoples, specifically raising educational and commercial exchanges. I am fully convinced that Algeria and the United States will continue improving their common vision for a prosperous, peaceful world. I wish you and the Algerian people a happy National Day." The President of the Republic received a congratulation message from his Indonesian counterpart Joko Widodo on the occasion of the 62nd anniversary of the independence of Algeria, in which he expressed on his behalf and on behalf of the Indonesian government to him and the Algerian people his sincere wishes on the occasion of the National Day, which is not only a day to commemorate the memory as much as it is the beginning of the construction and development phase. Indonesia and Algeria have strong brotherly ties going back 61 years since the establishment of diplomatic relations between both countries in 1963. We are ready to promote cooperation in the future and partnership in light of security and stability of both countries, concluded the message. In a sad news, the ambassador of the Russian Federation to Algeria, Valerian Shuvayev, passed away. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, addressed a message of condolences to his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, which reads, "We have received with great sadness the death of His Excellency, the ambassador of the Russian Federation to Algeria, Valerian Shuvayev, who represented his country well and widely contributed in promoting and strengthening the ties of friendship and cooperation between our two friendly countries. Following this painful event, I extend on my behalf and on behalf of the Algerian people and government sincere condolences to the government and people of the friendly Republic of Russia, and through you to the family mourning the late, expressing our sincere sympathy. We renew our sincere condolences, accept Your Excellency the highest expressions of respect and appreciation." As part of the festivities marking the double anniversary of the National Day and Youth, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, paid a working and inspection visit to Algiers province, during which he kicked off the distribution operation of more than 250,000 housing units across the national territory. All the details concerning this large-scale event with Melissa Kabash.
Upon his arrival to the urban pole, Othman Belouizdad, located in the new city of Sidi Abdullah, the head of state was welcomed by Army General Said Shangriha, Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, Interior Minister, that of Housing, Algiers Governor, and the grandchild of the late war veteran, Othman Belouizdad. The President of the Republic followed during his visit a detailed presentation presented by the Housing Minister Mohamed Tariq Belaribi related to his sector and the balance sheet of the distribution operation of different housing units across the national territory since July 5th, 2020 till July 5th of the current year, noting that more than 1.5 million units were distributed. President Tebboune then thanked the housing minister and all workers and ministerial executives for the efforts made to attain this objective, recalling that the city of Sidi Abdallah 10 years ago was uninhabited before we started this ambitious project. He also affirmed that the achievements of Algeria sparked jealousy of our enemies, underlining that the new cities didn't benefit from a sufficient media coverage.
في تنويه بالتنمية الوطنية من طرف إخواننا وأخواتنا الصحفيين والصحفيات.
The head of state indicated that the figures achieved in Algeria in terms of housing are impressive and cannot be found anywhere, wishing for Algerians to be thankful for their precious country, which has freed thanks to the sacrifices of our valiant martyrs and war veterans.
من دماء ملايين شهداء معطوبين هاوش راه يسخر الوطن اليوم. هذه هي ثمرة الاستقلال اللي باش نحتفل به من على يومين 5 جويلية. هنيئا للجزائر، هنيئا للجزائريات والجزائريين بسكناتهم.
The President of the Republic congratulated on this occasion the Algerians who benefited from this program, reiterating his commitment to pursue the building operation and this promising program to cover the national needs as housing as the bedrock of a strong economy.
كل المصانع تمشي، سواء تاع الحديد، الإسمنت، الخزف إلى آخره. ويخلق مناصب شغل ويخلق حركية قوية.
Regarding the achievement of these units, the President voiced his pride as they are 100% Algerian efforts and materials.
بلاد عملاق واللي أسسوه عمالقة واللي استشهدوا عليه عمالقة. اليوم نتكلم على سي عثمان رحمه الله، عملاق من العمالقة ومتواضع.
After that, President Tebboune gave the kick-off of the distribution operation of more than 250,000 housing units across the national territory.
لكل السادة المسؤولين المحليين على رأسهم الولاد بانطلاق عملية توزيع 251,890 سكن على مستوى الوطن. مبروك عليكم.
Before inaugurating 13,300 ADL units of the neighborhood, late war veteran Atman Bilwazdad in the new city of Sidi Abdallah, as this pole is equipped with all the necessary means. At the end and on board of his vehicle, the President inspected the urban pole and its different infrastructures, as it is composed of 2 malls, a cycle path, a park, 10 sports fields, 2 pools, and an outdoor theater.
The President of the Republic inaugurated as well the Douira Stadium, a sporting gem destined to Mouloudia of Algiers, a giant achievement that will boost further this prestigious club and football in general. Let's discover more with our sports reporter, Manal Maafa.
The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, headed to Douira municipality here in Algiers, accompanied by the Army General Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, Saïd Chengreha. He was welcomed at the entrance of the Douira Stadium, Ali Ammar, also known as Ali Lapointe, by the Minister of Housing, the President of the Algerian Football Federation, as well as local authorities, and a representative of the family of Shahid Ali Lapointe. The President then proceeded to the inauguration of the Douira Stadium, which was assigned to the Mouloudia of Algiers, and that before handing over the stadium keys and the presidential decree of assignment to the club's leaders. He highlighted the club's sporting achievement and glorious history. The head of state attended an exhibition on the Douira Stadium and its infrastructure. The stadium, which was built according to international standards, has a capacity of 40,000 seats. It includes, among other facilities, 4 changing rooms, treatment and massage halls, and a VIP lounge. It also features 2 training fields covering an area of 14,000 square meters, a parking lot with a capacity of 3,260 vehicles, and a parking area that accommodates up to 50 buses. Additionally, there is a media parking with a capacity of 62 vehicles, a parking lot for guests, and another destined for civil defense and security services with a capacity of 62 vehicles. The stadium also has 6 entrances and a helipad.
شاكر المجهودات اللي قامت بها وزارة السكن.
In a statement, the President of the Republic hailed the efforts made by the Ministry of Housing, which saved this project following long years of delay, which have been costly to the state's treasury, while hoping that the stadium will be one of the reasons allowing Algeria to become an international sporting hub.
يكون سبب من الأسباب اللي يخلي الجزائر اليوم قطب رياضي عالمي. حب من حب وكره من كره بلا مزية أي واحد.
The head of state also reviewed some projects in the sports sector and announced the completion of the study phase for building new stadiums to the same standards in Wirgla and Bashar provinces.
انتهت في ورقلة وفي بشار حتى تكون كل مناطق تاع الوطن خذت حقها في الإنجازات في المنجزات والمشاريع الرياضية للشباب تاعنا.
The head of state then had a friendly chat with the grandson of Ali Lapointe, in addition to former players including Ali Ben Sheikh and Omar Batroni, who expressed their joy for this new sporting jam.
Back to housing, where this vast operation took place as well in other provinces. Housing units of all types were distributed as part of the Independence Day and Youth, to the great joy of those who received their keys in a festive atmosphere. In other news, the Premier Nadir Al-Arbawi chaired today a cabinet meeting devoted to examining the preliminary bill related to knowledge economy and emerging institutions, startups, which aims to define the basic principles and rules related to this sector, development of the national innovation ecosystem, and improving the mechanisms for accompanying startups and innovative institutions, in addition to following up the implementation of development projects. The government listened to a presentation on the implementation of the roadmap related to the modernization and development of electronic payment systems and implementation of the instructions of the President of the Republic issued during the cabinet meeting, aiming to ensure the coordination between the different sectors and the institutions concerned. On the other hand, and within the framework of following up the implementation of the guidelines of the President of the Republic, the government listened to a presentation regarding receiving members of the national community residing abroad at the level of various border posts during summer season. Lastly, the government studied the draft executive decree specifying the tasks, organization, and functioning of the Border Health Surveillance Service, which aims to strengthen prevention measures against the spread of diseases and epidemics. In the Algerian-Chinese cooperation, the Foreign Minister Ahmed Attaf received the special envoy of the Chinese government for the Middle East, Shai Jun. Attaf also received at the premises of the ministry representatives of the national community established abroad. The meeting was in the framework of the tradition of consultations and coordination. It was devoted to the situation of members of the community at all levels and measures to take in charge of their concerns as per the instructions of the President of the Republic. Ahead of the presidential election of September the 7th, the withdrawal of individual signatures subscription forms is ongoing at the level of the National Independent Authority of Elections. So far, 32 candidates put in files, according to the same authority. The operation continues until the 18th of July at midnight, for which 14,000 validation agents are mobilized across the country. Sports now. 2 days ahead of Algeria's Cup final, the capital is living to the rhythm of this big sporting event. Due to bring together Mouloudia of Algiers to CR Belouizdad, the two clubs' fans are getting ready for this month-watering game, coinciding with the National Day. Our sports reporter Inas Killu depicts for us the atmosphere prevailing in the capital.
The Belouizdad Sports Club.
most commonly known as CR Belouizdad or CRB, is an Algerian football club based in Mohammed Belouizdad neighborhood where red and white flags proudly decorates balconies and walls with messages denoting an inner spirit, and passion is in every corner of the capital, but especially in Belouizdad. In this atmosphere of enthusiasm and excitement, fans of the great club are getting ready for this big game.
The entire area is red and white.
I
really like their initiative to organize evenings for children. I have one last request. I want the team to win this cup, and I want to take this opportunity to pass on an important message to the fans. Be good sportsmen and accept defeat as you accept victory. Do not riot, no matter what happens.
مهما كانت الريزلتا وكونوا رجال وما تتعداوش وما تكسروش وما تخربوش.
هي السير بي ان شاء الله ندوء.
In another part of the capital, specifically in this legendary neighborhood, children, men and women are impatiently waiting for the victory of their beloved club, Mouloudia of Algiers, more commonly known as MC Algiers or MCA. This is just an idea of the atmosphere that prevails in Belouizdad few hours before the final match, and it is certainly this same atmosphere in other neighborhoods of the capital.
We hope that our club win.
Le Mouloudia représente toute l'histoire de l'Algérie. L'histoire de
Mouloudia represents the full history of Algeria, the sports history and the revolutionary one too. Anyway, these are two great teams that will face each other in an unforgettable game. We just want the fans to be wise and may the best team wins.
الله يرضى عليكم كونوا عاقلين يكونوا ميرغا.
Only few hours left before the kickoff of this big sporting event, bringing together two giant teams, Mouloudia of Algiers and Shabab Belouizdad, at the 5th July Olympic Stadium on the 5th of July, coinciding with the National Day. May fair play prevail among players and fans. After all, it's just a football between two teams, symbolizing all the Algerian youth.
That was Ina Skilou reporting from the two strongholds of the two clubs. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.